Speaking, by the way, of drugs, Donald Trump Jr. was now asked when he was on Fox and Friends yesterday morning whether his tirade speech at the Republican National Convention on Monday night was fueled by cocaine, and he has since denied it. Now, last night was night 3 of the Republican National Convention. But if you think back to the first night, there were many questions raised about the insanity of Donald Trump Jr.'s speech and also the speech of his girlfriend, Kimberly Guilfoyle. The content was, of course, completely unhinged. But the delivery also raised questions about upper use because both Don Jr. and Kimberly Guilfoyle seemed completely shot out of cannons. Kimberly Guilfoyle screaming uncontrollably, which we'll get to. Don Jr., his eyes almost swollen, completely shut, almost like a frothing at the mouth delivery. Well, Donald Trump Jr. is now denying that his speech was fueled by cocaine. And this is one of those things where if you're even talking about this, maybe there's a problem. Here is Don Jr. himself answering the questions about this yesterday on Fox and Friends.
You were one of the keynote speakers on the first night, Monday night. And yes. Speaking of the media, afterwards, I saw that the main concern was why were his eyes so glassy?
Well, I guess there must have been something with the lighting, but they started doing this trending thing. Donald Trump Jr.'s on cocaine and all that. I said, no. You have me confused with Hunter Biden.
Oh,
it was pretty ridiculous, you know. So when they can't attack the delivery, when they can't attack the substance, they got to attack something. Just like Bette Midler and all of these woke Hollywoodites last night attacking Melania because she didn't speak English the same way that they would. Well, she speaks 5 languages. She's from a foreign country. She got up on a world stage and knocked it out of the park. But you know what? Attack her. It's ridiculous. It's the same as watching the DNC attacking the RNC because the RNC has the gall to showcase real Americans who have benefited from Donald Trump's policies, who have benefited from this administration, rather than the out-of-touch Hollywood celebrities that they put on their never-ending Zoom call of I Hate America last week. It's truly mind-boggling how out of touch the Democrats are. They don't even see it. It's asinine.
Notice that Don Jr. doesn't say, I've never done cocaine or I don't do cocaine. He simply says, I was not on coke that night, but Hunter Biden was. Something about the lighting made him look like maybe he was on coke, I guess. And the more I think about it, if I were a public figure and someone asked me about an interview, during an interview about whether I was on cocaine during a speech, and if it was really bogus, I don't think I would dignify it with a response. I don't know about you. I would say that's absolutely absurd. It's being asserted without evidence, and I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. There's also video from before Don Jr. went on of him drinking 2 Red Bulls. So maybe it's just Red Bull. Maybe it was Red Bull and something else. I don't know, but take a look at this.
Guys, Don Trump Jr. here. Super excited. First night of the RNC 2020. Getting amped up and ready for my speech. It's going to be awesome.
Now, just a reminder, here's one of the most unhinged moments from Don Jr.'s speech. Just so you know, this has not been sped up or in any way. You'll notice if you're watching Don Jr.'s swollen eyes and just a lot of other weird details.
Imagine the life you want to have. One with a great job, a beautiful home, a perfect family. You can have it. Imagine the country you want to live in. One with true equal opportunity, where hard work pays off and justice is served with compassion and without partiality. You can have it. Imagine a world where the evils of communism and radical Islamic terrorism are not given a chance to spread, where heroes are celebrated and the good guys win. You can have it. That is the life. That is the country. That is the world that Donald Trump and the Republican Party are after. And yes, you can have it. Because unlike Joe Biden and the radical left Democrats, our party is open to everyone. It starts by rejecting radicals who want to drag us into the dark and embracing the man who represents a bright and beautiful future for all.
And then even more outrageously, here is Kimberly Guilfoyle just screaming at the top of her lungs.
Ladies and gentlemen, leaders and fighters for freedom and liberty and the American dream, the best is yet to come.
So if lighting is the only explanation, I want to talk to the gaffer and see how he was able to achieve that look. But here's what I really want to focus on. First of all, it's insane that this is even something that's being discussed. Fine. But more importantly, isn't it really weird that when Don Jr. was asked about it, he doesn't deny using cocaine? He says it was the lights and Hunter Biden actually does cocaine. I find that to be a really strange reaction. And then the top level thought that I had was, I consider drug addiction to be a medical issue. It's not something we laugh at. It's not something we make fun of. And when Don Jr. makes this comment about Hunter Biden, Hunter Biden has spoken about living with drug addiction. And Don Jr. is essentially making fun of someone in recovery from drug addiction. And that's really the most disgusting aspect of this. So this entire episode is another confirmation that money can't really buy class, and that an expensive education also doesn't guarantee empathy, both things that we probably knew before the Trump presidency, but have been made even more clear. But in any case, for all of you who emailed me about what Don and Kimberly were on Monday night, he denies that it was cocaine. If you are anything like me, you probably aren't thrilled with the idea of going into a doctor's office right now. And thankfully, there's a practical and affordable way to take control of your health and get personalized care from the comfort of your home. It's a service called SteadyMD. They're one of our sponsors. You take a quiz, you get matched with a licensed primary care physician who understands your health needs. You have a 1-hour video call with your new doctor. You establish a meaningful relationship with them. And after that, your doctor is available to you anytime by text, phone, or video chat. This is not a random doctor on call. Each doctor at SteadyMD has a limited number of patients, so they actually have time to listen to you. You get the personal attention that you deserve. They can do almost everything an in-person doctor can do: perform medical evaluations, talk to you about health concerns, send prescriptions to your home or local pharmacy, and anything they can't do online, they'll quickly set you up with an in-person provider to do, things like blood tests, as an example. You don't need insurance. It's only $99 a month with no other fees or copays. There are so many practical advantages to using SteadyMD for primary care, and it's also so much more affordable. Go to steadymd.com/Pakman to take the free quiz, see which doctor is right for you. I took their quiz. They matched me with a doctor who specializes in my particular health needs and situation. The doctor they gave me is a really perfect fit for me and my medical needs. There's no risk, no commitment to get started. Just click the link right underneath this video.